Jase, it's a beautiful April day. People have got a lot to think about at the moment in regard to the property market and lending.
First thing to talk about is celebrate the fact that we didn't have a rate increase in April. Yay! There is still a chance that we have one or two more increases to go this year, but recent news is suggesting that we're very, very close to the peak of rate increases.
Tell us, what are you hearing about what's going on in the property market?
Probably hasn't been a great deal of change this year in that supply is really short. That has, to an extent, artificially kept prices up. If we kind of crystal ball the next year or two, we actually think we potentially could be on the verge of another series of price increases in the property market. Add in the fact that you've got huge rental demand pushing property prices up again. Feed in more immigration in a scenario where we're down on supply of property, that just keeps pushing prices up as well. For those who are waiting for the world to come to a crashing halt and pick up a bargain, we're not seeing that happening at the moment.
What are the questions that you're being asked by clients at the moment? Where are the concern points?
Sort of realigning people's expectations from last year to this year. Clients might have come to us last year saying, look, I'm thinking of upgrading my home, I'm thinking of buying a property, how much can I borrow? Today, that is anywhere between 20 and 40% less than what they could borrow last year. The second piece are for those who are particularly coming off this mortgage cliff, if you will, with fixed rates expiring over the next year or two and suddenly realising, hang on, their great rate of 2% is now 5.5%, maybe 6%. In some instances, you've actually got clients who can't refinance because the rates have gone up to the point where they actually on paper wouldn't be able to borrow today that amount of money. So they're kind of stuck with that lender. So we're doing a lot of work to get ahead of the curve with clients.
Jase, I know we have clients who call you to talk about pre-approval. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's happening in that scenario?
So traditionally, we don't necessarily recommend pre-approvals because it is quite a bit of work for the client. You effectively apply twice, but in the current environment where your borrowing capacity is reducing, if we get a client who comes to us and says, look, I've worked out that my borrowing capacity is $1 million and I want to spend $1 million. So in other words, they're using up almost every last dollar of what we believe their maximum borrowing capacity would be, we definitely recommend a pre-approval. Last thing you want to do is go to an auction on Saturday and spend $5,000 more than you anticipated to, and then we can't get it approved.
Typically, how long would a pre-approval process take?
Depends on circumstances. Is it a standard loan under 80% loan to value ratio? If you're a first home buyer, it's going to take a little bit longer. Certainly if you're applying under one of the government schemes, you need to be allowing 2 or 3 weeks for credit assessment to take place. And that's not including our preparation time. Realistically, you want to be allowing about 2 to 4 weeks for preparation time, working with us, and then allow another 2 weeks for that credit assessment to take place.
So it could be up to 6 weeks. Yeah. Jase, with our clients, if they want your assistance or would like your help, whether it's pre-approval or refinance,
send us an email or give me a call and give me an idea of what your timeline is, particularly for clients who are anticipating a change in circumstances. The challenge is always that person who rings me on Monday morning and says, you wouldn't believe it, we were passing this house on Saturday and we bought it at auction.
More notice the better. I'm getting
more notice the better, absolutely.